the second half, things just kind of took off. But just for you and for Kim, it was like 22 points in less than 5 minutes. Just what really got going?
Yeah, I think once a couple shots fell, confidence and energy picked up, and we were able to, just keep it going. And I think we just did a better job of responding, starting on the defensive end and getting stops and pushing transition and getting buckets that way.
How much did that buzzer beater at the end of the first half kind of lift you guys? Because it didn't feel like you were tied, but the score was tied going into the half because of the shot.
Yeah, I mean, I think after having a half like that, and it was tied, I think that kind of told you a lot, told us a lot. We were like, we realized it, and we were like, okay, like we had a terrible half, and it's a tie ball game. Like, it can only go up from here. So I thought we did a great job coming out that second half, just a little bit more fire and understanding that, and thought we did a good job.
Everything was pretty focused on Trey early on offensively with pretty great success. And when he went out, did you feel like somebody needed to do something? You seemed a lot more assertive, trying to create your own shot and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought our offense, we were just standing a lot.
Yeah.
I felt like someone had to go do something, and that's my job as the point guard, is to get us an offense, go get mine, or go get someone else's shot if they help in. And my shot was falling, so I was able to get a couple quick buckets there and help us when we needed it.
How much were some of the earlier defenses with the high hedging and trapping kind of help you prepare adjusting as a team in the second half to what Iowa was doing?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I thought tonight we weren't good at it at all. I thought we struggled a lot, and I had a couple of turnovers off of that. But, I mean, it just prepares you for it. I mean, we've been through a lot of those games where teams do that, and we understand what we're supposed to do. And tonight we didn't do what we were supposed to do. So I think maybe just understanding and getting into it quicker and just getting open.
Is that what felt, you called it a terrible first half, is that what felt the most terrible about it? That you go through those stretches, especially when Trey came out second game in a row, where things just kind of seemed off-kilter offensively?
Yeah, I just thought our energy was just off. I thought we were all just there just to be there. And I think once we realized that what our goals were and that we want to win this Big Ten championship and we got to win these games, these are going to be tough games. I mean, every game in the Big Ten's tough. So I think understanding that, and I kind of said that at halftime with these guys that we got to pick it up. And then obviously shots fall, it helps them pick up the energy and gets the bench going, and everything falls from there.
In that second half, when you guys were just kind of playing ping pong, trading baskets, are you even conscious of the score, or are you just trying to keep up?
I think we're just trying to figure out how to stop them and limit their guys to not keep going back and forth. And once we get a score, to stop them and get another score and then do the same over and over. But, I mean, they're a great team and they all can shoot. And we didn't do a great job containing them. And I thought it's just what you're doing. You give good players space and their confidence is high as well.
It had to be kind of a blur for both teams, though, because by the time one team's down on defense, they've already made a three and vice versa. It was a pretty wild stretch there for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that fun?
It's fun. It's quick.
Stressful.
Both.
Yeah.
Because we're like, well, we're scoring, we can't get a stop. And then that's the same for them. They're scoring, they can't get a stop. So it just goes back and forth. And it's just whoever can get that stop. I thought we did a good job getting a couple stops and then pushing transition and getting buckets off that extended lead.
Do you sense that teams are frustrated that you don't wear down and you're playing 40 minutes every single night and you look like you're better in the second half than the first half?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like I said, it's my job and it's what I came here to do. Like, no one wants to come here and sit on the bench. Like, I get mad when Payne takes me out for 20 seconds because I expect to play for 40 minutes because I worked so hard to get to this point. So for me, I don't even really think about being tired, even though when I am a lot of the time. Like, I just try to help these guys out, and I'm a competitor and I want to win. So I feel like with me on the floor, we have the best chance.
Is it weird, or do you notice when you go on the road in the Big Ten and the stands are full?
It's like an environment like this. When there's not a whole lot of energy, it's kind of dead in there. They picked it up in the second half, and I thought their crowd was into it. But I think we got to do a better job bringing our own energy when it's in an environment like this.
Were they switching 5 ways where you were able to ISO their big guy and get to the basket a couple times, or were you isolating him out of their hedges?
I think it was out of their hedges. I think they were 4-way switching. So when we did do a ball screen 1 through 4, I was able to get an ISO through there. But I think just making reads is what it came down to. If the big stayed, then the big stayed. If not, I had to get it out of my hands. go make a play.
You mentioned many times that everybody's here for a reason. How big were the contributions? Even though Cam only had 3 points, he had 5 boards and gave you a lot of minutes in the first half.
Yeah, no.
Obviously, CJ and Caleb gave you big boosts.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's like I always say, like that's why they're here, because they're competitors, they want to win. They understand if shots aren't falling, they got to impact in a different way. And the last couple of games, shots haven't been falling for us, and we got to figure out ways to win. And I thought we did a good job of responding and understanding defense is going to win this when shots are not falling.